This route crosses a country border. Verify COVID-19 restrictions. Continue on British Columbia, 16 west for 111 kilometers.
Oh, Canada, you now have Mr. E. I'm stopping for the night in Hyder, Alaska. And I've been here once. This is a few years ago, 3-4 years ago. You cannot access it any other way from the United States. You have to come through Stewart, BC. The area code, if you have a landline, is the Canadian area code. It's not 907, which is like my area code, Alaska. No grocery store. Grocery stores here in Stewart. No police. You go through RCMP, the Mounties. Also, there's no customs or immigration. You just drive right in. You don't go through American customs or immigration. When you return to Stewart, you have to go through Canadian customs and immigration. There's the customs station that I'll enter tomorrow. There's a truck there now. And I am now entering Hyder, Alaska. I have to stop. You are about to leave Canada. All persons entering Canada must report to CBSA. Oh, I don't know why that stop sign was there. I don't think I have to do anything. Well, they can't catch me now, suckers! And I'm proud to be an American. That'd be the funniest high-speed chase ever because it like dead ends up here in about 3 kilometers.
And it's a very slow pursuit followed by numerous highway patrol vehicles.
So I gotta go find a place to sleep for the night. Maybe I'll check in with you later over a glass of wine. See ya. continues having mystery. These sparks, just as I started recording, they started just flying up all over me. How you doing? I didn't drive very much today. I started just southeast of Whitehorse. Now I'm just northwest, mostly north of Whitehorse. I'm off the Alcan Highway. There's a lot of seasonal traffic. I found a free campground. Whitehorse is always a nice landmark for me because if I'm headed to Alaska, it means I'm almost there. I'm like a day's drive away from Fairbanks or Anchorage or the Kenai. If I'm coming from Alaska, it's like the first major stop where I can resupply and get fuel and whatever I need to do. One thing I realized today, and I'll tell you about that in a minute, is I spend a lot of time alone. I spend most of my time alone. Now, I work remotely. I live my work life on a screen. And I live this life on a screen. You're watching me on a screen. Unless you're a friend of mine or you're related to me. You've never met me before. And this is all you know of me. But today, I was milling about just over here. This guy who lives in a cabin. There's a creek on this lake here. There's a creek just up the way, a few kilometers away. And he drove his side-by-side down. I happened to just be right out there looking over the lake. And he stopped and he had his dog, a cute little dog named Camper. Anyway, he just talked for a long time. Very interesting man.
I lived here 43 years. I used to have 40 dogs here. This guy here, Camper.
Camper's your last one.
Then I worked in the gold mines. I come here when my dad was in the army on the Alaska Highway. My dad was a bridge foreman. My grandfather, his name it means Neshe. In Indian, it means he's been there or he walks forever.
This was the first in-person conversation I've had in a long time. We were just talking for an hour. That was it. I mean, it was just happenstance that he was there and I was there. It's really windy right now, but mostly in the treetops. You know the sound of the wind in a pine forest? I think that's one of my favorite things in the world. Hi. This is Misery checking in. I'm at another free campground, but it just started snowing. You see? And so I got to get out of here. This two-wheel drive minivan is no match for the Yukon snow. So I got to get out of here before I get snowed in. I have no cell service and there's nobody around. I haven't seen another person in like 2 days and I haven't seen any people or cars or anything. I mean, I have a general idea of where I am, but it's not a place I want to be snowed in, especially without service. And I have to be back at work in a couple days, so a lot going on, a lot on my mind right now. I'm just trying to navigate this narrow road.
When my dad died, I was kind of a little bit down, but I had him for 40 years, so. And I had a dream. I seen a trail in front of me. And I've been all over the country. I've been that way, been this way, I've been that way, I've been over this mountain, been over that mountain. I want to see one of the Indian spiritual guys, but I know them all, and I know which ones are bullshitters, I knew where the last of the sort of spiritual Indian guys were. He'll understand me, So I talked to him. I said, he said, what happened? Tell me everything. So I told him my dad died, and a week later I was still a little bit down. I was laying on the couch and went to sleep. And I had a dream. And I don't dream very much. And I seen this trail, and I said, I could see it forever. He said, you've seen your life's trail. And I said, so what? He says, if you see it long ways, he says, it means that you will have a long life. Well, I said, okay, and then every time I get sick, I think of that. What he told me, and then I said, don't worry.